How's it hanging, everybody? Today, I'm your boy Malik, and I'm reacting to the last two episodes of One Piece, 1166 and 1167 today. Had a copyright strike a couple weeks ago. I was finally able to get it removed, but I'm back here again, and we'll be getting into the latest two episodes that are introducing both Loki and the Gods Knights proper, alright? So let's get into it today, all right? Today's reaction is going to cover those two episodes, all right? If you like this one, drop a like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into it. Okay, listen, I like you, Usopp. I'm rooting for you to succeed, but you have done nothing in this arc. I've read the manga, spoilers, and you haven't done nothing at all. So just stop, okay? I'm rooting for you, buddy. Please give me something, but I can't keep defending this. I just can't. It's getting harder to do, man. You know, it's like being an Usopp supporter in this economy. You're constantly getting hit with receipts that saying this ain't shit, all right? But I'm just hoping that it's not his arc. Spoilers, but it's not. Way more people show up, like way more. You see, you gotta appreciate this is because in Fishman Island, particularly for non-giants, like regular humans, people shit on fishmen regularly. So Jinbei being praised or how beautiful his skin is probably like a really compliment that he almost never gets, because let's be real, like we've seen how fishmen are treated, mermaids especially. So apparently in leaks from the latest SBS, Oda revealed that Sanji would actually be a pretty terrible boyfriend because he would cheat on you regularly, which, you know what, I completely believe. I'm like, yeah, that fits. That completely tracks. How, first off, I paused on a really bad translation there, the God of Dominion. That's something that's going to come back later. They have all these things about what the sun god Nika is, but the thing is, he's all of those things. He's the warrior of liberation, right? He's the god of laughter. He's the one who's going to destroy all things evil and liberate all the people. Now, as the god of dominion, we know who that title belongs to, and it is not Luffy, I'll tell you that. Is that knowing Luffy, he probably wouldn't care how he was viewed as a hero or as a god of destruction. He wouldn't care. In fact, Luffy specifically doesn't want to be called a hero. Like, his whole thing is when he was in Wano, after he took down Kaido, he told Momonosuke to tell the people of Wano that a warrior named Joy Boy defeated Kaido. And, you know, he just said, leave it at that. And because Luffy himself doesn't want to be worshipped as a hero. So I do appreciate that. Maybe, probably Joy Boy was like the same way too. Let's play a little game, and I'm going to spoil some things for you if you're watching this video. And I'm gonna let you know right away that almost everything you hear about Loki is either complete bullshit, or just missing out on some very important context, okay? So I'm just going to sit here and pause on each one. King Harold was prophesied to kill his own son. No, that was complete bullshit. That was done by Harold's legal wife, Estrid, Loki's mom, and she basically just absolutely, she crashed out, and she thought she didn't like her son how he looked, and so she basically said, oh, he's prophesied to kill Harold after she'd already attempted to kill him as a newborn baby. So yes, that's strike number one. Strike one, buddy. Strike one. Okay, let's go to strike two. Nope, not him. Completely had nothing to do with him. Again, that is strike two, okay? Nothing to do with him. Bro, let's strike three, man. Strike three. This has nothing to do with him. This is just coincidence, okay? Literally bullshit, coincidence, okay? Let's just keep going down the list. Dude, she was a terrible person. Loki's mom, the queen, she's a terrible, like a horrible. She tried to off her own newborn baby because she didn't like that he had the eyes of Sauron, like some demon eye or some shit. She tried to off her own baby when he was crying for her attention. Like, no, that's strike number four. Strike number four. Okay, there's, again, complete bullshit. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he went there because y'all treated him like shit. Like, y'all just blamed him for all the problems, and you just made his life like no. And when his birth mother died, Esther died, he was raised by his mother's family, and they treated him like shit. So yeah, no, he just said, fuck this, I'm out. Sure. Okay, yeah, that he did do. That is something he did when he was a kid. He was clearly crashing out. He was depressed. He was traumatized. And so he basically just lashes out, and he unleashes a bunch of wild animals into a village. He did do that. I'm not going to defend it, okay? Okay, see now this. See what this is referring to. This thing right here. What's happening? Like right here with this part. Okay. They murdered this village right here. Murdered his adoptive mother, a woman named Ida. Okay. They offed his mom, like the one mother he had in life that actually loved him and he loved her back. He just immediately crashed down. It was like, you did what? And he just burned down the entire place. So again, I'm not blaming him. Like 90% of the shit you hear about Loki is just complete bullshit or just missing context. Like, yeah, you burned down a village, yeah, but they killed his mom. So he crashed out. So yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, this is just complete bullshit. I do appreciate how throughout all of this, Loki's just like, yeah, I don't give a shit. Why would I join pieces of shit like you? And this was like a great way on Oda's part when these chapters were first coming out, because like last year, we didn't know anything about Loki other than like, stuff that's said about him. So, when he basically tells Celestial Dragons, oh yeah, screw off. I don't give a shit. Get out of here. Go. Get the fuck out of my house. Like this was Oda saying like, yeah, no, he's not a bad guy. Now is he a good, quote unquote, nice guy? No, he's pretty violent. He's got a temper. But all in all, he's a decent person deep down. And yeah, no, this was Oda's way of showing, the Celestial Dragons are just scuff people, like we already know. And if you think it's bad, it first came out, we saw Gunko's title card. It just said God's Knight, and we thought, oh, was she like an apprentice, or was she, what family is she from? Eventually in the Tankoban edition, it was corrected saying Myanmar Gunko. So yeah, Gunko was from the Myanmar family. They were first mentioned at the in Egghead during the Kuma flashback at God Valley. So, and we'll be seeing the Myanmar family a lot more in this arc. Sekai! Ooh, look at that. Aura farming, alright. He ain't even done nothing and he already just been like, go ahead, kill my friend. I'll use that as motivation to burn the fucking world down. Let's go. I love it. Alright, I love him, alright. Loki, I'm here with you, bro. You're aura farming. Alright, that takes care of episode 1166. Let's get into 1167 right now, buddy.
ここがエルバブの歴史にその名を残す後期の王が住んでいたというアウルスト城でござる。
Arst Castle, buddy. Yep, Arst Castle.
着いたでござる。
1秒もじっとしてられないんだから。ありがとう。
Don't do it. Don't do it, Gert. Don't be a Gert creep. If you think it's good now, you should have waited,
ハラルド王の死から14年。この城には誰も寄りつかるのでござる。
Yeah, I wonder why.
ここから入れそうだぞ。
はずだが。これは明らかに扉を破られた後。
Yeah.
本番もおらぬでござる。まさか侵入者、トラウマ界の予感。
何もしかして不穏な感じ？よし、まずい。まったくあんたは。
侵入者？
Yep. Zornos. Mm-hmm.
この扉、中から壊されてんぞ。破壊の跡も新しい。
ゲッセヌ、一体どうやって中に？
行きゃわかる。鍵。
Of course, he's looking for the damn key.
ちょっと。
He's looking for the damn key.
鍵。
I'm still on the fact that nobody ever tried to clean this place up. Because, like, when Harold died and the massacre happened 14 years ago, like, they just left the bodies there. Like, nobody, like, thought to be like, hey, we should probably bury our dead and give them a proper funeral. Which, fun fact, if you didn't know, Loki killing Harold was inspired by what Sweyn Forkbeard, the king of Denmark, did to his dad, Harold Bluetooth. So, there you go. The more you know.
おお、でっけえ城だな。
天井が見えねえ。
何この広さ、歩くの無理。
そこで何やってんだお前。
何って怖いでござるて。
Oh, he's getting bitched out by
あんた
Nami.
こっち来て、私たちを運ぶ。
This guy's. Oh god, this. Road man, you are just a creep personified, man. Could you just? I know what you do. You got one good moment. You know, Road has one more good moment than Usopp. Yep, this creep has more success in Elbaf than Usopp. Well, if you count Usopp rage bidding the devil, but you know.
だがよく考えれば当然城には大勢の兵士もいたわけで。
Yeah, there's 120.
100人を超える戦士たちがロキ。
Bullshit again. That's I'm 5. We're at 5 for bullshit. Okay, this dude's got ugh. Seriously, dude. Like, there's so much bullshit. I know Loki doesn't give a shit. He really doesn't care about what the people about think about him. Loki's whole thing is, I don't care. They already hate me, so fuck it. Let's just add another thing already. Just make me the bad guy. Fine, fuck it. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
殺され生き残ったのはヤルル様とロキのみ。
Oh, yeah.
おお、
凄惨な事件すぎたため、その後この城は一切の立ち入りを禁じられているのでござる。やはり怨霊の巣窟なのでは。
くだらね
Oh, you know Zoro would love to fight ghosts. You know that. He's
この頭蓋骨でっけえ。
oh, what the? That's gotta be a decoration.
何これ。
Those are ancient giant horns.
角も生えてんな。オーズの仲間か。
No, no, no. There he is. There's King
でかい
Harold.
骨は古代巨人族の血を引く戦士のもの。純血はもういないが、
True.
血を引く者たちはまだいるでござる。何を隠そう、ハラルド王もでかくて強かった。おお、上を見るでござる。
There he is.
これはハラルド王の肖像。
There's Harold.
懐かしい。平和を愛し、世界中の国々とエルバフをつなごうとしたエルバフ史上最高の王と称さ
Okay,
れる
no,
男。
no, no. We gotta stop. We have to stop the agenda. Harold was not the greatest king. Let's just listen. I like Harold. He's a good guy, but I'm gonna be real with you. He shot the bed. Okay, like I'm all for diplomacy and moving away from warmongering and doing everything that he did to make Elbaf better. Fine. But when you took the steps that he did, A, fucking over your best friend and trying to murder him and then turning your back on said best friend in his hour of need, yeah, no, you lose points for me. When you go to the world government at Marineford and you know, rip off your own horns and pledge yourself to become a slave to atone for the crimes of giants, yeah, no, I'm done with you. When you start doing the world government's dirty work, their killings, fighting pirates, all the other shady shit, no, I'm done with you. When you have to scrape below people like Fickerland Garling and kiss his ass, I'm like, okay, now I'm really done with you. But by far the biggest sin, like the absolute biggest thing he's ever done in my life, it was just so just like an example of being so laser focused on a goal, so into the sunk cost fallacy, is he did not know or at least understand about, there's someone called the Great One, and they give you these things called covenants, and they grant you power. I don't know, man. It seems kind of evil. And then when the bill comes due, and Emu's like, hey, yeah, no, you said you'd be a slave, so make me an army of giants. And he's like, wait, I didn't mean it like that. And yeah, Harold, I like you, buddy, but you're not the greatest king. You were not. Let's be real. Also, the reason why Harold is remembered as the greatest king is because he was cut down in like the middle of his prime. Like, we as a society in our lives tend to like mythologize or like mysticize people that cut down like way before their prime. Like JFK, people hype him up. Oh, he would have been the greatest president ever. I'm like, Probably not. He would have been good, but I would have been great. And we tend to just romanticize them, okay? So like, yeah, I don't think Harold was the greatest king ever. I think he just was. I think he was a very good person who was just incredibly naive and stubborn to a fault.
強そうだな。
Now Harold was powerful.
頭の傷は古代巨人族の名残である角を引きちぎった後、古代巨人族は戦争の時代を想起させてしま
Yeah,
う。
he ripped him out all right. He ripped those bad boys out. That panel was gruesome, though. That panel when he just goes off and rips it off, you just see it. It's like, it's actually terrifying. How he did that, but it gave Emu a boner, and Emu was like, yeah, I like it. Submissive giant bitch. Take this.
角あったのが引きちぎった。
なんて覚悟だ。
It was resolved, I'll give you that. Just the wrong kind.
カニ。
国王の死はみんなを絶望させたが、
Yeah.
一番悲しくてロキを恨んでるのはハラルド王のもう一人の息子ハイルディンでござる。
王の息子？
ハイルディンが？そうなのか？
Yeah.
要するにハイルディンとロキは兄弟ってこと？
腹違いでござる。王妃と結婚する前に別の女人との間に生まれたのがハイルディン。しかしエルバフは
Oh, yeah, this, yeah, I
ハイ
remember.
ルディンの母親が王妃になることを許さなかった。
If you want to know what the analogy is, think of it as like a morganatic marriage. If you're like somebody who doesn't know anything about like European history, for some royal families, they didn't believe that you could marry somebody of like lower status than you. So basically, if you had kids and you were married in the religious sense, it was viewed as invalid, and any kids you had were like ineligible to inherit the throne. That happens.
どうして？
母親は他の巨人国の生まれ
Yeah, she was from the
だった
South
から
Blue.
ござる。
Ida.
おお。どこまで続いてんだこの階段。
かよ。じゃあなんでお前は汚れた血のハイルディンの船に乗ってんだ？
Oh, here it comes.
そりゃまあ。
やめてよ。オタクのロードだ。君人形遊び面白いのか？
I feel sorry for the boy now, actually. I actually do feel sorry for him. Here comes.
お前、海図かけるのか？すっげえな。俺にも教えてくれよ。海図の書き方。友達になってくれ。
Aww.
友達。
あいつは本当に拙者と違いまっすぐな男。父が王でも城に住めず、母がよそ者と虐げられてもぐっと耐え、こんなことを言い出した。世界中の全巨人族を統一したいと。
That might happen.
俺は全巨人族の王になる男。お前ならやれる。
Okay, let's be real. He's getting the job by default because Loki's like, yeah, no, fuck this. I don't want to be king of Elbaf. No, I'm out here gonna be a pirate. F this, I'm out. And yeah, I think he's gonna get it, like just by default. And it's funny because when all this shit goes down with Harold and like, you know, the devil fruit has to be in all this power shit, it's just so crazy to me that, you know, all of this. Harold never mentions Hyrule. He's like, listen to me, Loki, my son. You're the only one who can save this country. You're the only one who can protect everybody. And Harold makes no mention of his other son. And oh, by the way, I forgot something. What was I forget to say? Oh, right, yeah. Get along with your brother Hyrule and just no, like, hey, aim big, buddy.
どこまでもついていくでしゅ。そ
れでこそ勇敢なる海の戦士だ。
拙者はあいつの夢を叶えたいのでござる。
なんだ、話せばわかるやつか。つまらん。
おーい、お前ら早く来い。
動けねえっつってんだろ。
動けても同じだ。
No, bullshit, bullshit. He would absolutely fucking cook you. Like, he would just beat you to the fucking ground. Like, no, just, no. Oh, I know what's coming next. Oh, I hate this part. I hate this part. It hurts, man. It hurts.
下市民が神に昇格できるチャンスなど絶望しても叶わぬ夢。私たちはそれを今提示しているのだ。
Oh, yeah, Here it comes. Oh! I know what's gonna happen. Yeah, this is gonna hurt.
加速付きで右頬を蹴られて、俺が横向いたところへその拳で顎を殴り上げる。予告ありがとよ。
その矢印が私の未来の確定軌道。避けられぬ暴力の宣言だ。しかしやめることは可能。今
Again, just it's so wild to me that this dude is basically sitting here for a crime he didn't commit. I mean, like the whole patricide thing. Like, could Elder Yarul just not give him a key and been like, here you go, just here you go. Here's the key. Just make sure you don't do anything too crazy. Now, fans theorize, why did Shanks stop him, or how did he do it? I personally think that Loki was going to try to attack Emu directly, and Shanks was like, listen, we cannot have Loki's powers fall into the hands of the world government. That cannot happen. So he chains him up, takes him here, tells Elder Yarul, yeah, no, this guy needs to be put in check, and go from there.
一度聞くぞ、ロキ。神の騎士団。
Dude, there it is. They corrected it. Yep, right there. My family. Right there. There he is. Let's fucking go. Yeah.
くそ、覚えてる。やめろ！いい加減にしろ！
では神の騎士団に。
Look at him cheesing.
の極み。
I gotta say though, I do love the devil fruit power, the arrow fruit, because we've had so many zones. In fact, we're gonna keep getting mythical zones in this whole arc, so I'm glad that we're getting a nice, good paramesa, because this fruit's actually pretty useful, like, very cracked. Like, you can just control the direction of things. You can make aeroplanes. You can make yourself levitate in the sky with the arrows. So I'm glad we're getting more, useful paramecia fruits, because after one more, it's just Mythical Zone, Mythical Zone. We're just gonna keep getting a whole bunch this arc. I don't remember it being this bad in the manga, man. Maybe after it's been a year since I've seen this scene, but like, damn, man, it was brutal. Although I do know it's about to get a lot worse with him. Ooh. Oh God. Wait for it. He's just going through it. Oh no, they killed all his friends. Here it comes. Oof.
もういい、軍子。作戦を変えよう。
Here it comes. Here comes the big reveal.
マリージョアに連絡を。どいつもこいつも使えんやつらだ。もっとスマートに行きたかったが。
Oh, here it is, buddy. Here it comes. Here comes the reveal. Yeah, there it is. Yep. Yeah, I remember when this was out, it was just like, okay, so Shanks is not a rat. Okay, good. So there's one more truth left.
ああ、だがこいつは死んでも落ちそうにない。信仰でもあるのか。
やはり強大な戦力だ。
Oh yeah, they are mighty.
昔、この新世界を制圧した凶暴なエルバフの戦士たちも必ずや我々世界政府の指揮下に置かせてもらう。
Emu ain't getting shit. All right, that's it. End of episode. Let me give my final thoughts. So this episode pretty much just broke down everything about what Loki's life was like, what people like Elbaf think about him, and all the bullshit surrounding it, as well as introducing us to Harold and his death. We'll get to see that. We get into the flashback, and pretty much all the other crazy shit that we see with Shamrock. Because I remember for years people were saying, "Oh, Shanks is a rat. Shanks is a celestial dragon rat. He's two-faced as hell." This was like the first confirmation that people were like, "Oh yeah, no, Shanks isn't a rat." And I'll never forget this. When we started having the when Shanks first appeared at Wano, we didn't know that was Shanks or not. But then Oda confirmed in an SBS, no, that was Shamrock. And so they made sure to hire the same voice actor who does Shanks, so that way there wouldn't be any issues, or those people wouldn't be thrown off right away, because you only saw like the right side of his face, where he wasn't scarred. But yeah, until then, I'm your boy Malik. All right, if you like this video, please, for me, drop a like, comment, subscribe on the video right here. It helps me a long way against the algorithm. Any help? And let's get into it.